It's a pilot, baby. Oh, wait, who's that in the background? Oh, that's Charlie. He's all like, oh. I go by Uko on the internet, but certain VIP individuals are allowed to refer to me as Ryan if I grant them permission. Ew, a white guy on YouTube named Ryan? And he's not even good looking? Ugh. Next. They, them pronouns, bitch. Direct deposit. People are reacting to a Wells Fargo tweet regarding the deposit of stimulus payment checks, which are part of the $1.9 trillion COVID-19 relief bill. I have Bank of America, so my stimulus checks always take forever to show up. Direct deposit, $1,400. Me at Dollar Tree, I'll take the whole forest. Oh, okay, that's pretty clever. Direct deposit plus $1,400. Me at a 7 Lions show, bring me all 7 of the lions. Okay, is this a meme template? Direct deposit $1,400. Me at Wingstop, tell them wings to start. Yeah, it's a meme template. Direct deposit $2,800. Me at Michael's Arts and Crafts. Where is Michael? Shut up! Fuck. I am sad. I am sad. Everything feels out of my control, so I am sad. Are you a fan of my oscillating fan? I guess the fact that I'm even recording episode 2 at all means that episode 1 didn't immediately receive an overwhelmingly negative reaction. Dope. What did happen, however, is as soon as I uploaded Rynegade episode 1, my subscriber count took a nosedive. Let's talk about the Grammys. For those of you who don't know, the Grammys are glamorized awards that musicians can win for impressing their grandmothers with their music. And much like the Oscars or the Emmys, I don't actually give a fuck about any of them at all. However, in this particular instance, I would like to offer much love and respect to Bad Bunny. In 2020, Bad Bunny broke the mold as a musician from the Latin community. If you've been living under a rock like I have, basically all you need to know is that this beautiful man released 3 entire albums in the year 2020, and all the while was opening a lot of the Latin community up to the idea of free expression and crushing gender norms. He won the Grammy for Best Latin Pop Album for his album called Yahalaquamadlig. I have like a very basic understanding of Spanish, and I haven't ever really been a fan of Bad Bunny's music, but like I said, I respect the hell out of this guy. Much love, Bad Bunny. Fox News correspondent Jillian Turner says cancel culture is spreading like wildfire. There is a call for Generation X to lead the charge to save America from the social media mob. Can they do it? Generation X responded by saying, what the hell is she talking about? I'm just trying to focus on my $80,000 to $100,000 a year career, pay my taxes, and raise my family like a morally upstanding citizen. Leave me out of this. In the eyes of Fox News, it's very important that we cancel culture as soon as possible while simultaneously sorting every human being alive into a 15 to 20 year wide generational box. I was born in 1998, which means that I'm a part of an overlooked transition generation between generations Y and Z called Generation WTF. Generation WTF grew up just as VHS tapes, cassette tapes, and dial-up modems were becoming obsolete, and therefore we got to observe internet culture and smartphones sweep the globe while we were teenagers. As a result, all of us kids that were born between 1995 and 1999 have no idea if society is headed in a good direction or not. But we don't really care either, because the ride is really entertaining and fun to laugh at. Generation WTF can see right through the generation war that the media is trying to perpetuate. All we do in response to it is shake our heads and let out an exasperated laugh. Breaking news, my YouTube channel has officially dipped back below 11,000 subscribers. Thank goodness, I was starting to worry about how high the number was getting. I would love it if my sub count never exceeded 11,000 or dipped below 10,000 for the rest of the universe's lifespan, and I'm being completely serious. Hey Karina, what day is it?
It's Tuesday.
That's right, it's Tuesday, March 16th, which just so happens to be a federal holiday called Stimulus Eve. You're watching Rynegade. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Believe it or not, I'm really horrible when it comes to socializing with people I'm not already in a deep personal relationship with. And I mean horrible to a degree where I sometimes have no idea how to interpret or respond to something somebody says, whether it be verbally or through body language. And 9 times out of 10, I misinterpret the other person or respond to them in a way that doesn't make sense, or worse, makes them feel awkward or weirded out. Sometimes I even look at other people for too long, and by the time I realize it, it's too late. And to top it all off, I don't even know if the way I'm speaking to you right now is how I actually talk, or if it's just a front that I'm putting on for the camera. From what I gather, most people are able to sharpen this sense of social etiquette by the time they're in their teens, but I am what industry folks call a late bloomer. No matter how hard I try, I can't ever figure this goddamn shit out, and I'm literally a grown-up already, and have been for a few years.
I tried so hard to let you go, but some kind of madness swallowing me whole. Yeah.
Huh, that's weird. I forgot what I was starting to get frustrated about. I'm telling you, man, it's the power of karaoke. And having awesome friends. It doesn't make your problems disappear, but it does make the weight easier to carry. One thing you may have guessed about me is I'm one of those people who can't just enjoy things. It's in my nature to be a little hypercritical sometimes, particularly when it comes to music. During moments where I'm anxiously awaiting the next time the DJ calls me up on stage, I like to listen to other people's karaoke performances and critique them, either just in my own head or while I'm talking to friends. I like to judge karaoke singers on two separate scales, their ability to sing and their confidence. In order to bring down the house at a karaoke bar, the more important thing you want to make sure you have is not an ability to sing well, but confidence. Even the most talented singers won't make any kind of impact if they're too busy worrying about how embarrassing they are on stage. That worry just makes you shrivel up and sing all quiet, and that's not as fun to listen to from other parts of the bar. Even the worst of singers can rock the show at karaoke just by being expressive and projecting their voice across the room. In fact, sometimes those types of karaoke singers are more likely to vibe with or generate a reaction from the crowd than singers who can actually both sing well and do so confidently. Generally, I tend to underestimate my own talent, as evidenced by how often I get overwhelmed by the amount of strangers that compliment my singing after I get off stage. Shut up! Especially when I go out of my way to do songs that are more likely to engage the crowd, like Bohemian Rhapsody or Somebody to Love. But when it comes to criticism, it's also really important to acknowledge the distinction between someone who's bad at karaoke and someone who's just an asshole. Even when you go up on stage and don't quite sing to my personal liking, it doesn't change the fact that I love you very much and I still think you're super cool. Likewise, if someone I know goes up on stage and they sing really well, it only amplifies their already existing douchebaggery. During moments where I'm not applying way too much thought to something as trivial as karaoke, I like to bust out my phone and check my Twitter feed, and last night was no exception. The dark story behind one of this year's Oscar contenders. I cannot tell you how much I don't give a fuck about this. Jeff Fowler tweets, "Lights, camera, hedgehog." Peak comedy right there. Production on Sonic the Hedgehog 2 starts today. The Sonic movie Twitter quoted his tweet saying, "Are you ready for round 2 with the blue?" Yes, I am. I loved the first Sonic movie, and it shattered my expectations as soon as I saw it. And let me just say, Jim Carrey crushed it as Dr. Robotnik. So hell yeah, I'm ready for Sonic movie 2, but only as soon as it's ready. No crunching. Moody's estimates that Biden's COVID-19 relief bill could create up to 4.3 million new jobs, Washington Post and fact checkers report. I don't even have to open the article to check the validity of this. Why? For 2 reasons. Reason 1, they literally said that fact checkers fact checked this in the headline, so you know it's accurate. Reason 2, the picture paired with the headline is of Joe Biden doing the politician pose. The politician pose? Yeah, the politician pose. You know the one I'm talking about. It's where the photographer stands below the politician at an angle that makes it seem as if that politician holds some kind of superiority over you. You aren't allowed to support or agree with anything a politician says unless they take pictures in that pose. Guam Representative Michael San Nicolas and members of the Guam National Guard visit Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene's office after she falsely said Guam was a foreign country and not a U.S. territory when discussing foreign aid. Wait, are you serious? No way. Oh my god, look at them all walking down the hallway. Oh my god, that is so embarrassing. To be fair, I didn't know that Guam was a U.S. territory until I learned it from a You Don't Know Jack trivia question, but you gotta remember that this woman is a member of Congress. And if my understanding is correct, Congress is the branch of government that budgets military spending. So the fact that even a single member of Congress doesn't know how much money is being allocated to Guam's military kinda concerns me a little bit. How are our representatives able to get by despite appearing to be ignorant of some arguably fundamental details about the country they're trying to govern? Oh, Jesus Christ. Is this one of those questions that sounds like it has a super long and complicated answer, but the answer is actually just racism? Yes, it is, bitch. Dang it, I hate those. Give me a C, Charlie. Oh, wait. He's trying to eat an empty corn husk. All right, let's try that again. Give me a C, Charlie. Beautiful. Oh, I get it. It's because Charlie starts with a C. Ha ha ha. I got pulled over by DePopo on the way home last night. I haven't gotten pulled over by the cops in years if memory serves, and surprisingly I was actually able to maintain my composure while communicating with the officer. I knew I wasn't speeding at any point during the drive, I had nothing illegal in the car, and I didn't have very much to drink last night, so I wasn't intoxicated. So I was afraid that one of my taillights had gone out even though I had just recently gotten them fixed. But when the officer came up to the window, he told me the reason he pulled me over was because I was swerving. Wonderful, now I get to seem even more suspicious by trying to frantically explain what's wrong with my tire's alignment to someone who can choose not to believe anything I'm saying at any time. I've been driving with a bad alignment on my tires for a couple of months now, so at this point I've literally subconsciously adjusted to having a steering wheel that defaults to 20 degrees counterclockwise. Thankfully the officer was polite and he could tell that I wasn't lying, so after taking 20 minutes to scan my driver's license, he said that he was going to let me off with a warning. Okay, dope, except I have no idea what I'm actually being warned of. Are you warning me not to get hit by a car in such a way that it changes the angle of one of my tires and fucks up my steering wheel? Are you warning me against being unable to afford the cost of the parts that need replacing along with the labor it'll take to get them replaced in order to fix the misalignment? Because that's kind of inconsiderate, don't you think? As a result of that anxiety attack, I'm going to be celebrating Stimulus Eve by driving as little as possible, because I always get genuinely scared when I can tell I've been profiled by the cops even when I've done nothing wrong. And I'm not even a dark-skinned person, I can only imagine how much scarier it is to be in their shoes. Here's a reminder, everybody. Relax, I'm just messing around. Sort of. This is Ryan, I just time traveled to last night. What are you gonna do about it? Nothing. You just got done watching Rynegade. This is my buddy Edwin.
Yo.
Pretend you didn't see any of that trash on the floor. It has since been picked up. One important part of adulthood is finally getting over your anxiety and learning how to use one of these. My tires are now full of air. Today's Wednesday, March 17th, otherwise known as St. Patrick's Day. I've been up all night editing yesterday's episode of Rynegade, and I still haven't uploaded it yet, but I will very soon. You're watching Rynegade. 1 hour and 47 minutes. I'm so late. Did I get a pimple? I got a fucking pimple. I just woke up less than an hour ago, and it's already 8 p.m. Oh, I'm so sleepy. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy that yesterday's episode came out as good as it. Oh, he's hungry. Don't worry, buddy. Hold on. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy yesterday's episode came out as good as it did, but I didn't expect it to be over 12 minutes long. The amount of footage I need to handbrake and sift through makes a huge difference between when I'm using only 6 minutes of content versus 12 minutes. So last night I decided to bring my laptop with me up to Big Z's while I let the footage sit through handbrake, which took nearly 3 hours. All the while, everybody and their mother kept walking up to my laptop, squinting their eyes at it and asking me what the hell I was doing. After I told those people I was working on a vlogging show, some of them said that they were interested in watching and even subscribing. And one person, shoutouts to Courtney, even volunteered to take actual footage of me singing a karaoke song instead of just the ceiling. And she even picked the lowest quality option possible when sending the footage to my email, so the 8-minute long video file was only 18 megabytes. Oh fuck, Lenny Kravitz is trending. He didn't catch COVID and die, did he? Holy Jesus, the man is as beautiful as ever. American woman! Some COVID-19 vaccines contain polyethylene glycol, or PEG, a safe substance found in toothpaste, laxatives, and other products. We're all getting pegged by the government, you guys. All the conspiracy theorists were right all along. Man arrested after 8 people, including 6 Asian women, were killed in shootings at massage parlors in Georgia. We've gone from school to churches to fucking massage parlors. This might be an excellent time for Joe Biden to mobilize on the common sense gun reform that he promised us in order to get himself elected. Jill and I are keeping everyone impacted by the shootings in Atlanta in our prayers. Why do we even fucking vote? We don't yet know the motive, but what we do know is that the Asian American community is feeling enormous pain tonight. The recent attacks against the community are un-American. They must stop. You don't know the motive? You don't know the motive? I mean, yeah, the motive could have been racism, stemmed from how hard Donald Trump and his cult were insisting that we refer to COVID-19 as the China virus. But I think it's more likely that the guy was innocently just trying to get a happy ending massage at a parlor. But when he found out they were charging too much for his liking, he busted out his gun that he already had on him. So clearly, this is yet another of dozens of isolated mass murders, and we should continue doing nothing about guns. Thoughts and prayers, thoughts and prayers, thoughts and prayers. I know I've gone a few episodes without actually going into detail about what Handbrake is, and I'm here to show you that tonight. Handbrake is the encoding software I use to convert iPhone footage to footage that can be edited with Adobe Premiere on a Windows laptop. For an example, if I record 12 minutes of footage and I put it through this software, as you can see, it takes a long ass time to encode. So that's a big part of the reason why yesterday's episode took so long to upload. Today, my friends, is Thursday, March 18th, which also happens to be an international holiday known as Hangover Day. You're watching Rynegade. Bro, I just tried an Irish car bomb, which is named after an act of domestic terrorism, and I actually chugged the whole thing. Despite what my last couple videos might suggest, I'm really not big on alcohol. I only ever started drinking and going to bars in the first place because pretty much all my IRL friends were already doing the same thing by the time I hit the legal age to do it myself. Normally, I'm not the type to succumb to peer pressure, but since alcohol is so deeply ingrained in American culture, I realized that it would literally be more handy for me in the long run to get experience with different types of alcohol than to just resist ever drinking for my entire life. Fuck! The system got me. When I was younger and grown-ups would start talking about alcohol around me, no matter what the context, my brain would instantly shut off because of my complete lack of knowledge on the subject. But now, people can say things to me like, "Yo, man, I just took like 7 shots of Jack Daniels." And I can be like, "Oh, Jack Daniels, I know what that is. Jack Daniels is a type of whiskey, and whiskey is a type of liquor. And liquor is a type of alcohol, and alcohol is a type of coping mechanism." Also, 7 shots is an impressive, albeit dangerous, amount to take at one time. I can't even take 1 shot without gagging at the smell of it in front of me. I was disheartened a year or so ago when I realized that I actually don't hate certain types of beer anymore. When I was younger, I used to say I never wanted to reach this point because that means I'm walking the path to potentially having my taste buds adjusted to any type of alcohol, including really strong liquor with really high alcohol percentages. And then I'll actually start to enjoy drinking. Fuck! If I ever reach that point, please kill me right away, and I'm being completely serious. Anyway, the Irish car bomb wasn't bad. Ironically, it actually felt kind of cool to take part in a St. Patrick's Day type of experience for the first time in my adult life. But honestly, it's probably just because the moment was brief. And thank the luck of the Irish, because I'm spending Hangover Day without a hangover. I am, however, pretty damn socially burnt out. Nothing of note usually happens at the public places I like to go to on Thursdays, so I'm going to be using today and probably tomorrow to recharge my social battery. In the meantime, let's look at some comments. Megan Blake left a comment on yesterday's video saying 0:18 vom.gen.in. Megan, I get bot comments like yours all the time, and seeing yours only makes me want to vom-gen in your fucking face. Alpheus Watt left a comment on Tuesday's video saying, "Who are you? Why are you recommended to me? Ha 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 ha." I knew from the beginning when I decided to start making these videos that I'd eventually start to get comments like this one again, but I'm surprised it didn't happen on day 1. Believe it or not, Alpheus, you're not the first person to ask me those questions. In fact, you're one of dozens. Whenever people leave me comments asking me who I am or why my videos are being recommended to them, I've learned that, ironically, the reason isn't because they actually want to know the answers to those questions. It's because they're annoyed. If they really were just curious and they wanted to try and figure out for themselves why my videos are appearing in the recommended feed, it wouldn't be that difficult for them to go to my channel, read my about, and scroll down through my uploads or playlists until they find a video of mine that they've already watched. But they never do any of that. Instead, they just leave this exact comment, almost word for word, on one of my videos without acknowledging any of the content in the video itself. And then they go on about their day as if they're the only person that's ever been mildly inconvenienced by my fat, ugly face appearing on their homepage. Or as if there's anything I can do to get them their time back that they spent being annoyed and subsequently writing that comment. Believe it or not, I have no control whatsoever over which of my videos YouTube recommends to random people like Alpheus, nor do I even want my videos to be recommended to people that aren't likely to be interested in them. So whenever these commenters get passive-aggressive with me in this fashion, they're getting passive-aggressive with the wrong person. I'm just out here doing my thing, bro, and by going out of your way to leave a comment, no matter what the comment actually contains, you're only going to start seeing more of my content in your recommended, not less. Once again, your own actions have informed the algorithm that it should recommend you more of my content, even though you don't actually want to see it. If you don't like me or anything I have to offer, that's totally fine. But it would be a lot faster and more productive if you just close out of my video and watch something else. Or better yet, don't even click on the video to begin with so we can leave each other alone and get on with our lives in peace. Alpheus, I hope you know I mean no disrespect to you personally. I don't mean to imply that every time someone asks me those questions questions, I think it's always written in passive aggression and not just genuine confusion. After all, it's impossible to 100% accurately convey or interpret tone through text-based YouTube comments. And like I discussed in the video you commented on, I'm already horrible at interpreting things that people say to me to begin with. So instead of getting mad or annoyed at you for doing something so many other people have already done, I've decided to give you the benefit of the doubt and just leave you with some advice. If you ever have a friend that's only ever worn jeans every single day for as long as you've known them, and then one day out of the blue they come out wearing basketball shorts, don't ask them why they're wearing basketball shorts instead of jeans. The thought may not cross your mind, but odds are you're not going to be the first person that's asking that question, and if you're not, you can't be surprised if that person suddenly becomes annoyed with you out of nowhere. You may get confused as to why your friend is bothered by such an innocent question. After all, you're just curious. It's not like your friend wearing basketball shorts instead of jeans is an inconvenience to you and you're mad at them. But what you don't realize is that you just perpetuated a pattern that your friend has been suffering through all goddamn day. And next thing you know, tomorrow's gonna roll around and your friend's gonna be right back in those jeans again. Why? Because you and everyone else that noticed a break in their day-to-day pattern of outfits basically harassed them into never daring to branch out with their fashion choices for the rest of their life. And that's gonna result in your friend being wary of changing as a human being in any way, shape, or form. Because people are probably gonna react by pelting them with a billion goddamn questions. Trust me, it's okay not to know the answer to some of those burning curiosities. It's not gonna kill you just to let your friend live and breathe in peace. In fact, why don't you try complimenting your friend's basketball shorts instead of just asking them why they're wearing them instead of jeans? Try telling them the colors match the shirt they're wearing or that they look comfortable and easy to wear. They'll probably smile, thank you for the compliment, and maybe even tell you what store they bought them from and why they decided to buy them. And all of a sudden, you and your friend have sparked a conversation and now you have a better relationship with your friend and you might start to see your overall quality of life improve. And instead of basketball shorts or jeans, your friend might come out tomorrow wearing plaid joggers or whatever they would like to wear to express themselves. And if you don't like it, you don't have to say anything at all. Because, as you've probably learned by now, it's counterproductive, completely unnecessary, and makes you sound like a huge douchebag. Just walk away and keep the peace. It'll be easier on both you and your friend, and you can go back to spending your time clicking on YouTube videos of people you don't know who they are and wondering why you don't know who the people are in the video you clicked on. Whew. How about we flip the switch from negativity to positivity? Anyway, feeling the solidarity in this Chili's tonight about people asking what you're working on when you have a laptop in public. I appreciate that, Rox. It was funny at first, but after a while it started to get kind of annoying getting asked the same question over and over by several different people. Wait, that sounds familiar. One of the people scanning my laptop's monitor for something that stuck out to them actually asked me if I was doing homework. And in that moment I realized, damn, what I'm actually doing is way less admirable than that. Hey, what's up? So, I noticed you have a laptop. So, are you doing homework or working or what? Oh, no, I'm actually working on a vlog for YouTube right now. Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, so anyway, are you in college? No, I'm not in college. Oh, okay, so where do you work? Actually, I've been unemployed for over a year now. Oh, yeah, okay, cool. Well, I gotta get back over to where my family is sitting. I'll talk to you later. Alright, catch you later. Sometimes moments like that are a sobering reminder that when I was younger, I always assumed that I'd be graduating college by the time I hit the age I am now. And the fact that I just couldn't live up to that expectation no matter how hard I tried still really hurts sometimes. But the reason why I've been working so hard on this show ever since I decided to film the first episode on a whim is because I've been having a blast while doing it. The anxiety-depression combo harshly limits the amount of things you actually enjoy doing. Even if the thing you're wanting to do is something you used to love doing all the time but just can't find the energy for anymore. So the fact that this show has even lasted 5 straight days, despite how exhausted I got yesterday, is both baffling and exciting to me. Even if this show never takes off in an internet sense, each episode averages 50 views and 5 likes, and every other comment is just going to be someone asking me why my content is being recommended to them, I'm going to keep making episodes anyway because it's fucking fun. And even if the fact that I'm using up a lot of my time vlogging instead of throwing my soul away trying to find a way to start a career is embarrassing to some people, I honestly don't give a shit anymore. Because if I start to realize after some time that I can maintain consistency with these videos, I may feel able to start applying the same energy and consistency to other parts of my life where energy and consistency are sorely lacking. Maybe someday a task as grueling as taking a shower or brushing my teeth will start to become effortless like it is to people without depression. Maybe someday I'll find my way into a type of daily life that brings me contentment or maybe even happiness. Maybe someday I'll look back on the first quarter of my life where I spent nearly every single day having no idea if this world even had any use for me and be able to say that the pain, fear, and doubt were all worth it. But in the meantime, I gotta keep reminding myself that, much like the reason why Alpheus's friend is wearing gym shorts instead of jeans today, or what that person with a laptop in public is working on, it really is okay to not know. It really is okay to not be ready for college immediately after you graduate from high school, no matter what other people might tell you. And it really is okay to play with the cards you're dealt in a way that makes sense to you, even if it doesn't make sense to anybody else. If I had better equipment, I'd probably be able to say this show can always happen 7 days a week with few exceptions. But unfortunately, the video migration process and whatever's causing my voice to desync from my mouth movements are putting a huge dent in that right now. My laptop is getting old, so processes happen slowly, and the Wi-Fi at the hotel where I live is super crappy. It's kind of turning a side project that's supposed to be fun into a chore that's stressing me out. At some point, I gotta stop using most of my day to make a show about most of my day, because at that point, I'll be experiencing the world through glowy rectangles instead of actually living my life. So don't be surprised if I occasionally take some time off to relax or focus on my Twitch streams, because I've experienced burnout many times and it sucks. Much like my social battery, sometimes my video editing battery needs time to recharge. In fact, unless I change my mind later, I'm probably going to skip the next 1 or 2 days, because I know this episode is starting to get really long, even though that wasn't the intention when I started writing the script. Thankfully, I like to think I know my viewer base pretty well, so I can probably say that whenever I take breaks from making videos, no matter how long the break lasts, my coolest viewers always know it's for a reason and that I'll be back eventually. And for that, I'll always be grateful. Much love, Uko fans. Good news, everybody, I changed my mind. I figured out part of the issue with my voice and mouth desync. Apparently, it was my own dumbass fault. Apparently, instead of choosing a specific frame rate when running my footage through Handbrake, I should have chosen same as source. But anyway, today's Friday, March 19th. Charlie loves you all very much, and you're watching Rynegade. Wait, how did that get in your mouth? You think you're precious. Well, I think you're shit. I decided I wanted to make a shorter episode today because guess what? I got a handful of new comments. One-armed retro gamer left a comment on who are you, why are you in my recommended saying, but who are you, P. One-armed retro gamer, that's a question that sometimes even I don't know the answer to. Also, does one-armed retro gamer mean that you're a retro gamer that's armed with weaponry, or are you a retro gamer that only has one arm? DE left a comment on this. DE left a comment on the same video saying, "Sir, you could give a professionally trained and licensed psychologist a run for their money, like Dr. Phil." DE, that's a pretty big compliment, so thank you. But unfortunately, I'll never give Dr. Phil a run for his money because he's already super rich and I'm already super broke. Kara left a comment on the same video as well saying, "I know exactly who you are and I love this video." Kara, I know exactly who you are as well and I love your comments. Dr. Oink left a comment on yesterday's Rynegade saying, "Nice. Thanks." Walter Taggart left several comments across a few different Rynegade videos, including this one from Tuesday's video that says, "Genuinely made my day, just got like 6 teeth pulled, so any new content helps." Walter, I know you already know this, but it warms my heart to know that my content really does help people, no matter how few, to get through difficult times. I hope your face is feeling much better now. Much love, Walter. Absolute Zero left a comment on yesterday's Rynegade saying, "Who the actual fuck are you, and what the actual fucking shit are you doing in my recommended? Question mark, exclamation mark, question mark, exclamation mark." Guess what, Zero? Your comment was so awesome and hilarious that YouTube had to hold it for review. Oh wait, what's that? You left a second comment saying, "You look like foreskin, by the way." Foreskin? Really? I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh. Thank you for telling me that I'm plug fucking ugly, Zero. I wasn't already aware of that. You've done one of my favorite things that YouTube commenters do, and that's to jump straight to the fact that I don't satisfy society's standards of beauty and go out of their way to comment about it, again, without acknowledging any of the content in the video itself. And since you told me what I look like, I'm gonna tell you what you look like. You look like the box art of a Call of Duty game. In your 2 videos, Battlefield 1 satisfying but accidental revenge kill and edit practice, Battlefield 5 highlights shooting down planes with tanks, along with your 10 subscribers, brings my interest in watching and commenting on your content to an absolute 0. Congratulations, Absolute Zero, on being inducted into the Hall of Douchebaggery. How about a round of applause for the very first inductee, everybody? Come on! Woo! Your comments will not be published. Reading comments like the ones Absolute Zero wrote makes me freeze in my tracks and start shivering, which is something that industry folks refer to as an anxiety attack. So I had to calm the fuck down before I could start scripting and filming this video. When you leave douchebaggy comments on a small YouTuber's videos like mine, your douchebaggery is a lot more likely to have a very real effect on the person behind the camera. So don't fucking do it. Apparently Joe Biden just fell 3 times in a row trying to go up the stairs to Air Force One. Moments like these are why I don't think I could ever run for office. If I fell even once while on camera, I would immediately start having an anxiety attack, and I definitely wouldn't be able to turn around and salute. But then again, maybe we should stop electing white men in their 70s to the highest office in the country. The question is, where are we flying to, Captain Biden? President Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris will meet with Asian American leaders in Atlanta on Friday after 8 people, including 6 women of Asian descent, were killed this week. Hey, listen, we're sorry about what happened the other day. We're sorry. We understand that your culture's in jeopardy, so we've decided that we're just gonna slide you guys some money so you shut up about it and we can keep procrastinating on gun reform. Before I can work on drawing up some legislation for Congress to debate and vote on, I need to spend the next few weeks practicing how to walk upstairs. That's it for today. This is Ryan reminding you not to be a douchebag. You just got done watching Rynegade.
You're celebrating nothing. You feel A-okay. You're celebrating nothing. And you feel A-okay.
Guys, guess what? I think I figured out why Joe Biden hasn't kept any of his campaign promises. It's because he and Kamala Harris are spending all their time walking back and forth down this goddamn hallway. Today's Monday, March 22nd. The transition from Pisces season to Aries season just left me with severe whiplash, and you're watching Rynegade. Oh, to be a Yeti thermos, lying and rolling back and forth in the wind and rain. Oh, Yeti, I feel your suffering and pain. I'm drinking a double That's how it goes. I'm drinking a double vodka red. Fuck. It's just shut the fuck up, I swear to God. Imagine a world where the internet is a platform where only accurate, unbiased information is shared by wholesome people, nobody is racist, and bullying and harassment are societally shunned. Now get a grip, come back to reality, and realize that none of that shit is true. The internet gives a bigger platform than anything in history to some of the world's sickest liars, hypocrites, and manipulators. And we continue to see the ramifications of those people having such a platform every single day. People are being abused. People are walking away traumatized. People are dying. Everything feels fucking hopeless, and if I were David Gilmour from Pink Floyd, this is where I would rip a 30-minute guitar solo. What do you do in moments like these? How do you feel better? Thankfully, I have a video that's pretty relevant to this topic that I made in the midst of the coronavirus pandemic called Why Go On that people really seem to love. Click that little... I think it's actually this way. Click that little eye circle or click the link in the end screen to give it a watch. Apparently, a representative named Tom Reed also came under fire recently for allegations of sexual misconduct. It's really starting to sound like the root of all the world's problems lies in how fucking horny everyone is. Okay, that's enough. It's time to flick the switch. Right, Charlie? One-armed retro gamer responded to what I asked him last time, saying I had a stroke, essentially one-armed. You, sir, are a badass. I've gone on record many times saying that the day I lose the ability to use my arms is the day that I'm moving on to the next life, and I'm being completely serious. If I can't use my hands or arms to be creative, play music, or hug my friends, I have nothing. So people like you both impress and inspire me. Much love, OARG. The Orange Candle left a comment on Friday's Rynegade saying, Ryan Senpai, read my comment. In a funny voice. Orange, that is not how you spell my name, and you know it. It's R-Y-A-N, and for the love of God, no matter what you do, never put a B in front of that shit. Or else I might have to let the Aries in me out and start throwing hands. I also got a few comments from people offering me support and telling me that they like my personal content, not just the Game Grumps stuff. Thank God! Every day I live in mortal fear that the me that I'm putting out for the world to see is a me that most people would frown upon. Is a me. So this reassurance is very relieving and very appreciated.
When I was a child, I caught a fleeting glimpse out of the corner of my eye. I turned to look, but it was gone. I cannot put my finger on it now. The child is grown. The dream is gone, and I have become comfortably numb.
Guys, I think I figured out why I never got laid in high school. It's because I never wore cool shirts like this one. I'm such a fool. My hair is all over the place today.
'Cause I
Friday night karaoke, baby. I threw you the obvious, but you still don't see me. It felt really good to release a lot of the inner emotion last night through song. I also had a little more to drink than planned, but not enough to where it started leading to issues, so that's no problem. I did, however, keep checking my phone over and over the entire night, double checking if my Rynegade from yesterday, as controversial as it probably was, lit any fires or pissed anyone off. And eventually it came to my attention that, in my emotion-charged state of mind yesterday afternoon, I carelessly broke some of the unspoken rules of talking about politics on the internet. I'm sorry, baby. It was the heat of the moment. Talking politics on the internet can lead to disaster if left unchecked by these implied rules of the road. That's why it's very important that we go over each of them together today. Rule number 1, when you take the plunge that is talking about American politics on the internet, the first thing you need to make sure of is that you have a well-defined political party alignment. If you identify as neither a Democrat nor a Republican, your argument on any subject matter is likely to be left by the wayside, so be careful if you dare to criticize the likes of the Democratic Party's dear and glorious leader, Joe Biden. Because what I forgot is that if you criticize Joe Biden right now, that automatically makes you a Republican. My bad. Shit, I don't even look like a Republican. My hair is way too long for that, and I'm supposed to act like one? Charlie, where's my MAGA hat? Or my AR-15? I can't find either of those anywhere. Charlie, do you know where my shit is? No. Yeah, me neither. Rule number 2, if you're watching someone's YouTube video about any controversial subject matter and they amicably request that you watch the whole thing and take in all the information before making assumptions about their opinion, just go ahead and start jumping to conclusions anyways, because this is an opportunity to prove yourself right in a situation that may not necessarily call for it, and that's an opportunity you should never pass up. Rule number 3, on the topic of sexual assault allegations, which seem to be hot in the news these days, you should always read everyone's side of the story and then err on the side of the accused no matter what evidence you're presented with. After all, it's more likely that the victim is actually just trying to create drama and attract backlash over seeking real justice and trying to do what's right for themselves. Unless the accused is a Republican, in which case you should always believe victims. Especially during Women's History Month, you piece of shit. Rule number 4, your favorite politicians or internet personalities are always 100% free of any wrongdoing. Why? Because they're on the same team as you. After all, they wouldn't be your favorite politicians or internet personalities if you didn't feel like you could connect with them on a personal level despite having never met them in real life. So you should never break with them on any opinions they have or any actions they take, because that makes you a hypocrite. Rule number 5, never back down on the opinion you want to have and the truths you want to believe in, even when presented with new information that counters your already established beliefs. Because that means you're a loser. And you don't want to be a loser, do you? Rule number 6, when you know you're losing an online debate, you're not actually losing anything if the person you're debating with is taking an attitude with you. Rule number 7, racism doesn't fly in this political climate, but you are allowed to generalize the person you're debating with if the generalization strengthens your argument. Rule number 8, advocate for the filibuster until you realize the opposite party is using the filibuster to block legislation that you're wanting to pass, in which case start advocating for the abolishment of the filibuster. Rule number 9, it's okay to keep children in detention centers at the southern border and drone strike civilians in other countries as long as it's your guy that's doing it and not the other guy. And finally, rule number 10, which might be the most important rule out of all of these. Before you make any kind of bold political stance, you must make sure you are educated and nuanced on every single aspect of the subject matter you're discussing, otherwise you have no right to run your bitchy, obnoxious little mouth. Maybe do a little research and get a little more life experience and learn more about politics before you exercise your constitutionally guaranteed right to free speech and the right to vote, dumbass. Because you're probably going to wind up voting for the bad guys. And you don't want to vote for the bad guys. Do you? This is Ryan. I threw you the obvious and you don't see me. You just got done watching Rynegade. Hey, how's it going? So, you heard that it was my birthday, right? Oh, nobody told you? Well, it is, so, yeah. Excuse me, sir, you forgot to put my birthday discount on the check? I'm gonna tip him 20% of the discounted total instead of the original total. That'll show him. Today's Wednesday, March 24th. I've successfully completed 23 revolutions around the sun, and you're watching Rynegade. Every moment spent with you is a moment sure not everyone thinks this way, and I probably sound like a prick for saying this, but I believe the yearly reminder and celebration of your birth isn't about the cake, the gifts, the partying, or even the godforsaken happy birthday song. Those things aren't important to me. Oftentimes they feel really contrived and inauthentic, and that's not what I'm about. Every year, my birthday serves as a reminder of where I came from and everything that took place that ultimately led to who I am, the lessons I've learned, and what's going on in my life today. Even if it means I'll go most of the day feeling more melancholy than happy, all I really need is an internal conversation with myself and a moment to appreciate the fact that I've made it through another year on spaceship Earth. This is amazing.
Also, the wheels of the carts are the same color as their hands, so Toad's is flesh colored. It's really gross.
Do they actually like...
Well, so is
Can you be like, wee?
You can roll them. They're Hot Wheels.
No shit.
Oh, I'm in. It's like 2 persons in 1. Let's go.
Woo! I take back everything I said. Birthday parties are awesome. Yeah, I have the coolest sister on the planet. You jealous? Congratulations to my fellow Aries signs out there, because we're all celebrating our second pandemic birthday in a row this year. 6 feet apart or 6 feet underground. Darling, I can't tell the difference. I'm making this video primarily for my own benefit down the line, but I also hope that if anyone watching can relate to any of this, they know that they aren't alone in this godforsaken world. Plus, it's my birthday, bitch, and I want to vent. Come on, let's get a little comfy with each other. Damn, I should start buying, like, candles and putting them in the back or some shit. We can summon Satan together, guys. My name is Ryan, I'm 23 years old, I have long, unbrushed hair, I love music and video games, and I just want everyone to be happy and safe. No pomp and circumstance necessary. That's just who I am. Earlier this year, on a night that I was intoxicated and barely paying attention to the world around me, I overheard a TikTok that someone was watching that immediately sobered me up. The girl in the video, whoever she was, thank you by the way, she said it was time to acknowledge that no matter what you do, you're never gonna be able to go back to the person you were before your trauma. I'll never forget that moment and how hard that message hit me, because she was literally spot on. I'm never gonna be able to go back to the person I was fresh out of high school or even in my early teens. The time really did fly by, and I never even noticed how much distance there is now between the me of today and the me of 5 years ago or even 10 years ago. As much as those kids might bear physical resemblance to me a little bit and share some of my memories, it can't be ignored that they and the me that's talking to you right now aren't the same anymore. Not fully. 22 was the year I really began to embrace the only consistency I've ever known in my life, which is literally a glaring lack of consistency. My life as a whole, much like my bedroom, is kind of a mess, and sometimes I still feel like a lot of my problems are over-exaggerated or even invalid. As I'm writing the script out and as I'm reading it to you right now, I'm still afraid in the back of my mind that I've spent this entire video talking out of my ass. But 22 was a reminder that, yeah, I really have stiff-armed my way through all of my darkest days, and from a fundamental standpoint, I'm doing just fine. On top of that, my early unfortunate demise at 21 that I was bracing myself for is now 2 years past due, which, when I sit down and think about it, is really fucking remarkable. Now that I'm 23, I'm starting to believe that there really is a reason, after all, why I was brought into this world, specifically back when Titanic was dominating the box office and Aerosmith was rocking the charts. Likewise, it's finally starting to feel like there really is a reason why I'm still alive, and it isn't all just a cruel prank that the universe is playing on me. I really am a puzzle piece that fits somewhere in the grand picture that is and will be the story of humankind. And whether I'm a corner piece, a side piece, a crucial piece with a lot of details on it, or one of the tons and tons of indistinguishable flat-colored pieces that form the cloudless blue sky in the background, I'm okay with whichever one I turn out to be in the end. And I'm okay with not finding out which one it'll be until the time is right. After all, the fact that this puzzle came in a box disassembled and not in a picture frame already pre-completed is what makes not knowing where all the pieces go the exact thing that makes solving the puzzle fun. That uncertainty about what life's gonna throw at us next is exactly what gives life value and makes it mean something to us. And that value and meaning is why we celebrate birthdays. How you doing over there, Charlie? That was amazing! This is Ryan. Don't wish me a happy birthday unless you really want to. You just got done watching Rynegade. Happy birthday to me. I'm now 23. Okay, I'll shut up now. Happy birthday to me. your true self. Dream, believe, Chucky. You guys want to know what happened the night of my birthday? After I finished the first draft of the script for the last video, I went over to my family's place and you saw everything, what with the cake and such. It's a race to the finish! After that, I went out to the bar so I could get my drink on for the evening, and the place was nearly empty, so I got to dominate the karaoke stage. And since it was my birthday, the DJ said I could sing literally anything I wanted, so what did I do? I made sure to pick the longest songs possible. I started with Schism by Tool, which is about 7 minutes. I kicked it up a notch with Stairway to Heaven, which is about 8 minutes.
I'm gonna do it for you guys one more time. We got our birthday boy up on stage. Let's get it right. Turn on your mic.
If there's a muscle in your intro, go be a long man. It's just a sprinkling for the May Queen.
And then, some guy I never met before in my life asked me to do Paradise City by Guns N' Roses.
Take me down to the Paradise City where the grass is green and the girls are pretty. Take me home. Ow.
That was embarrassing. By the end of the night, I had either 4 or 5 double vodka Red Bulls. I don't remember. My memory is fuzzy. If it was 5, like I think it was, that means I basically took the equivalent of 10 shots of vodka plus Red Bull. Before I even had the slightest idea of what was going on, I was in my driver's seat throwing up out the side of the door onto the parking lot, and my homeboy Edwin offered to drive me home, and I said yes. I wasn't done throwing up yet though. In fact, as soon as we got back to my hotel, I waddled my way over to the bathroom, kept throwing up into the toilet, and I woke up 2 hours later laying on the floor. All the while, Edwin was on my Switch playing Apex. It's a give and take relationship, you know what I mean? When I finally came to my senses, I realized that I never closed my tab and my debit card was still at the bar. Oh no, I said, but then I was like, wait, nah, it doesn't matter. Because that's how I know I had a good fucking birthday. Isn't that sad as fuck? The resulting hangover wasn't fun, and that was a big contributor to why my birthday video was 3 days late. But I think the whole thing was worth it. I don't know why, but for some reason this year feels like it needed to start off with a bang, and not just me sleeping all day. But now that the hype is dying a little bit, I've decided to take a lengthy break from going out and drinking. If it's gonna be making me throw up and black out like that, I can't keep making that a thing that I continue to do every day, you know? But anyway, the whole point of me telling you all that was that while I was passing the time by that night and slowly getting more and more drunk, I caught some good content on my Twitter feed. Rip Freddie Mercury, you would have loved the Funny Cats compilations from YouTube. Aw, that's sweet. Rip Anakin Skywalker, he would have loved bullying kids on Roblox. Wait, is this what I think it is? Rip Ronald Reagan, I know you would have loved watching the government let 500k people die. Yup, it's a meme template. Rip Judas from the Bible, you would have loved Among Us. And you see, this is a quality meme. This is humorous. Seriously, I can't stand a lot of these types of things, but I really appreciate this one in particular. Some of y'all have got to let go of high school. Oh, ouch, what's with the call out? When you're non-binary. Holy shit, that's super accurate. Today is the day the Breakfast Club met for detention, Saturday, March 24th, 1984. Of course it was during Aries season. That's right, bitch, I share a birthday and a star sign with the Breakfast Club meeting. Breakfast Club, still a fantastic film, even if it is a little dated. Oh my goodness, guys, look at this beautiful man. If I could time travel, it would definitely be to the 70s, man. Oh yeah, by the way, one of the funniest things ever to happen in modern history just happened the other day, and apparently it's still going on. Somebody blocked the Suez Canal with their entire boat, and it's put major delays in trade in that part of the world. Despite the hell that those people that drive those trade ships must be going through right now, it's kind of heartwarming to see some bad karma hit those corporate cronies that are missing out on millions of dollars in profits. Documents show Amazon is aware drivers relieve themselves in bottles to intercept reports. See, this is the type of exploitation that needs more attention drawn to it. Look at this image. It's that smug-ass Amazon smile turned around to look like pee falling into a bottle. That is amazing. The CEO of Amazon, Jeff Bezos, is the richest person in the entire world, and he can't even thank his employees that got him to this point by allowing them to take a fucking piss. Well,
I'm losing pennies while you take a bathroom break. Wah, wah, wah. How am I gonna accrue billions of dollars in liquid assets? Wah, wah, wah. My monthly payment on my 700th yacht is due. Wah, wah, wah. Get back to work. Trust me, guys, I really don't need my Amazon packages to arrive in 2 days. If it means that the people that are helping my packages arrive at all, period, can go relieve themselves whenever they need to without feeling stigmatized. Seriously, this is the type of shit in the world that really needs to be addressed, not the Warner Brothers deciding to pull back Pepe Le Pew from the new Space Jam movie. Where the fuck are our priorities? This is Ryan. If your managers won't let you go pee, then unzip your pants and take a piss right all over them. You just got done watching Rynegade. By the way, guys, Charlie has a new hat. Who's this cute little boy back here? Whoa, that was cool. Oh, that keeps happening. Oh my god, it keeps turning around. What's that? My hair's blonde? Nope, it's just some weird lighting and faded blue hair dye. For real though, I missed you guys. What? It's Delta 8. It's legal in my state. You got a problem? Today's Monday, April 5th. I'm back in my old room. Just kidding. There's a whole ass second bed and a window and an extra dresser. Yes, yes. Oh, and an extra painting of the nice... Oh, I can't zoom. You can't zoom. I can't put my fingers on the... Whatever. You're watching Rynegade. Let's go to the zoo.
So I'm gonna zoom in. Yeah!
My beautiful, wonderful, amazing family and I visited the Houston Zoo yesterday for Easter. Oh yeah, Jesus died and came back to life or something. I don't know. Oh, Jesus. Oh. Let's look at some animals in captivity.
Hello.
Very majestic. Big Fant, little Fant, big Fant, butt Fant, tiny Fant. Oh my gosh. I thought that was a baby. That's a baby. Oh my god.
This is epic. Figured I'd be a little hopeful.
Go, go, go. Uh-oh. Stop the smell the poopies.
Oh, she's not letting her go. We all gotta do the job.
Day 73. They still haven't noticed I'm not an elephant. What's up, my boy? That's a big dude right there. Are you sleepy? These are the two chillest homies in the entire zoo. Oh, yeah. Come out. We're doing just fine. I got everything down because I want it all.
There you go. Come on, man. Come on. Yes, sir.
Yeah. He's tired from beating up Godzilla.
Yes, sir.
Look at that dude. A nut roller. How did she? She broke in. Social distancing.
Got snacks. You got a snack?
He's got a big old nut.
Got a walnut.
These nuts.
Dude, he's so cool. I want to see.
Birds. Cool beds.
Yes, sir.
So I said, you should invest in Bitcoin. And my buddy was like, Bitcoin? Bitcoin, Schmidtcoin? NFTs are all the rage these days. And I said, NFTs? Oh, you're killing the environment. And my buddy said, so is Bitcoin.
Okay, I didn't get a lot of interesting footage. I'm sorry. Come to find out, I'm actually really bad at vlogging. But in my defense, I do like to experience my life through my God-given vision goggles, as opposed to this glowy rectangle that I'm using to film myself right now. Plus, a lot of the animals were just sleeping all day. A lot of the species at the zoo were listed as either declining or endangered, and a lot of the already morally ambiguous zoo experience just made me feel more and more sad. Why does a white man have to ruin everything he touches? It was fun though. Good day.
Are y'all done yet? You're taking forever.
Oh my gosh, you're ruining my footage. I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm tired. I'm tired as hell. I'm 23 now. I'm a big kid. And apparently I didn't know this going into it. But 23 comes with like a completely transformational, life-changing perspective change. I don't know. Literally all I did this past week was just resting off my exhaustion and thinking. So much thinking. Long story short, we're gonna be approaching life in a new way this year. And we're gonna learn how to cook. That's right, we're learning how to cook. I don't know. We'll see if I actually do anything different with my life. But I have some ideas, and I have some hope. What more can you ask for? This is Ryan, you just got done watching Rynegade. Here is a sound effect of a sheep. That is the exact same sheep sound effect from Age of Empires 2. Today's Tuesday, April 6th, and you're watching Rynegade. Let's go for a walk. So I'm walking away from our homies at Discount Tire. This is not a sponsorship. I'm just there because I ran over a glass bottle in an apartment complex at 4 in the morning. By the way, if you leave glass bottles on the ground for cars to run over, there's a special place in hell waiting for you. Throw your fucking trash away. Okay, I'm bored. What should I do? Twitter. Oh my god. Not Twitter giving me a slam dunk in philosophy at 11 in the morning. Just heard Montero playing in a porn video. We finally made it, boys. Boy, he finally made it. I'm happy for him. Oh my god, this is an accurate one. I'm at Starbucks now. Both Discount Tire and Starbucks have called me ma'am today. That means I'm doing everything right. All right, let's take a look at my new tires. Cool. Sick. Oh my god, guys, nobody's here. I can finally do this again. I've got a piano piece that I composed. I have no idea how long ago. It doesn't have a name yet, but it goes like this. Today's Friday, April 9th. Some people died today, and you're watching Rynegade. Guys, I did it again. I don't know how, but I got completely trashed Wednesday night. One minute it was 12:30 and I was signing up for another karaoke song, and the next minute I was awoken by the staff because I was sleeping on the ground outside on the patio, and it was 1:30. Even after I woke up, I still only vaguely remember closing out my tab and hearing that I'd been banned from the bar for the next week. Ouch. I wasn't even sad. I was just like, okay. And I shook my head yes, and I didn't say anything else. But on the inside, I was laughing quietly at myself because my life is a fucking joke. Ha ha ha. So I've just been home by myself these past couple days, just trying to rest and relax. It's been kind of nice, what with everyone leaving me the fuck alone for once. Feels like it's been forever. But this afternoon, it started to drive me crazy a little bit. The fact that I haven't been doing anything at all with my time. I've just been laying in bed all depressed. So in an unexpected move, I decided to get up, get dressed, go to the smoke shop, grab me one of these bad boys, one of these legal bad boys, and start up at least one more Rynegade before the end of the week. Because like I said, people died today. He's dead! Trending with McDonald's Sprite. Wait, is that who I think it is? Buckingham Palace confirms the Duke of Edinburgh has died. Wait, Duke of Edinburgh? Who the hell is that? It is with deep sorrow that Her Majesty the Queen announces the death of her beloved husband, His Royal Highness the Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh. Oh, okay, so I was right. It is Prince Philip. You know, the guy who drinks all the blood of all those poor little children in order to stay alive as long as he did? That guy. When you think of it that way, it's really unsurprising that they decided to pair the headline with this picture and not this picture. I see what they did there. I've never heard him or seen him referred to as the Duke of Edinburgh in any news articles, so either they decided to change it up today specifically to trip me up, or I've just never paid enough attention in the past. And by the way, apparently he died at 99 years of age. Ugh, that would be so unsatisfying. They must have run out of pure-blood children to siphon life energy from. Relax, I'm just messing around. Sort of. Breaking! DMX, the raspy-voiced hip-hop artist who produced the songs Rough Riders Anthem and Party Up, Up in Here, and who rapped with a trademark delivery that was often paired with growls, barks, and what? As an ad-lib, has died. Thanks, Associated Press. Did a white person write this finely crafted obituary? I'm sure everyone heard that about a week ago, rapper DMX was hospitalized after a heart attack. Unfortunately, he passed away today as well at the age of 50. Rest in peace to yet another well-respected musician who died way too young. This is yet another example of a person who's famous in popular culture that I don't really have all that much, personal affinity for. But I don't really disrespect them either, so in all seriousness, much love to both of these people and to their loved ones. Your impact will not be forgotten.
Voice among the many in this choir. Tuning into each other, lift all higher.
All right, there we go, guys. Right.
Guys, every single one of my Rynegades are under the gaming category. Fuck my life. Today's Saturday, April 10th. Baby, you're watching Rynegade.
I'm a princess, and I think about the diamonds in the sky too often. You love me, or have things gone astray? Buckets catch the dreams as they fall from my ceiling. Come and go all afternoon.
So I just got back from Walmart. And since I'm staying here for another couple weeks, I decided to buy myself some groceries, and I had to. Like, they have the flamin' hot ones. I'm gonna work my way up to that because this is the normal kind, and then they have the jalapeno cheese or whatever, and then the flamin' hot. So I'm gonna be doing like one at a time. Currently working on boiling water as we speak. The switch here is kind of broken, but I'm pretty sure there's heat happening. Maybe it might be getting hot. I don't know. Just pretend that's not there. I'm bored. And what do I do when I'm bored? You guessed it. They really gotta clarify these, that when somebody goes trending, it doesn't mean that they're dead. Oh my god. Wow. Have fun at WrestleMania. This shit isn't working. It's broken. Alright, I'm going to Walmart. I'm on a mission. Wow. I guess before I can review the Cheetos mac and cheese, I gotta review this thing. 1 año de garantía. Alright, mainstays Hornillo Simple. Wait, no, that's not the English side. Single burner. It is a single burner. It's one. There's a version with two, but I'm one person. I do not need 2 burners. Why this? Why do I have to cut this? Here is water in need of boiling. Max. Heating. Heating is being done. Don't forget the all-important caution hot surface sticker, because we don't want lawsuits, baby. Creamy, cheesy, and oh so easy to love. Made with authentic cheesiness. Directions. What you'll need: 2 tablespoons butter or margarine. I don't have butter or margarine. I guess we'll just have to wing it. 1/4 cup of milk. Okay, I do have milk, but what? This shit's just boil water, drain water, eat. This has got all this extra crap. So I guess I'm not going to be eating the Cheetos mac and cheese in its full quality because of my lack of butter or margarine, but we're gonna be all right. Oh my god, it's actually heating. Yes! Thank God!
I'm a princess, and I wonder about my neighbors even though I don't have them, but they're listening to every word I say.
Okay, so the cheese powder is very Cheeto puffy, color-wise. Alright, let's throw our 1/4 cup of milk in there. Is that enough? I don't know, guess we'll find out. Oh man. That is very orange. Very orange. Did you know that there's a drawing of me as an orange? It's awesome. Alright my friends, moment of truth. Let's give it a bite. This is the regular flavor. It's not the hot, not the flamin' hot. We'll get to that one. I don't know what to say. It's like, yeah, it's all right, but like, I think I'd rather eat mac and cheese and Cheetos separately instead of combined into one entity. It's so weird. I mean, they taste kind of like pasta-y Cheetos, I guess. Someone at the fucking office where they designed this shit is like, yeah, it's close enough, sell it. Capitalism breeds innovation, and innovation is this. I mean, obviously I'm still taking bites. I'll finish the pot. The box doesn't have that much in it. By the way, this thing works. You ever feel like a song... It's a good question. You ever feel like a song was just written exactly for you, even though the person that wrote it has no idea who you are. That's this song. Look at the Spotify date. It's my birthday. And this is probably the Bill Wirtz song that I vibe with most out of any of his others that I've heard. And I've listened to, I think, all of them. Okay, the video came out on Shaka Khan's birthday, not mine. But the song was released on my birthday. So I'll play it on my guitar if I want to. Maybe I'll do a full cover at some point. But I gotta, like, learn the song more. This is Ryan. Don't go out of your way for this. If you happen to be in the pasta aisle and you see a box, get one box and never eat it again. You just got done watching Rynegade. Much love, only peace.
Back of the road, back down the road, downtown. I don't have courage, but I have something else. It's more than words. I'm ridiculous, feeling very particular. Ooh, about my world.
Cannot be seen. Okay, get out of there. Shout outs to Courtney once again for the vertical footage, and happy birthday. Tuesday night at Big Z's was packed, because apparently a whole slew of different people were celebrating their own birthdays on the exact same night. Pretty nuts. Tuesday was also Homestuck Day, but we're not going to talk about that. Now that I'm back home alone again and also super broke, it's probably about time I get to work on some actual projects. So much to do, so little time. We'll see if anything actually happens. I need a job! By the way, there's a pretty big difference between being broke and being super broke. Being broke means that you have no money on hand, and in situations when you're in public and or hanging out with friends, you're unable to contribute to paying the tab. Being super broke, however, means that you have a net worth of pennies. All the currency you have stored in any account or any investment anywhere literally amounts to less than $1. And the only physical currency you possess needs to be scrounged up from the cup holders in your car, in between couch cushions, or at the bottom of your purse. If you're lucky, you'll find a $20 bill or something like that in the pockets of one of your pairs of pants that you wore a few days ago. But today, I am not lucky. Check out my guitar, babies. It's got itself a brand new set of strings. Oh yeah, Charlie? You like the sound of that? Y'all want to hear a preview of my next song? If I can actually play it right. Thinking about getting an actual recording done for the first time in a long while, because now I have quality strings that actually sound good instead of really old decrepit ones that you've been hearing in my previous videos. Anyway, let's hop on Twitter really quick and then I'm gonna head out. Twitter's down. Oh wait, is it back now? Oh my god, it came back right as I did. Of course, the first thing I come back to. Oh, really? Crank gameplays? Is it really your holiday? Who are all these people? Jesus fucking Christ. Hey, Goose, go. I'm horny on Maine. Oh! No! Stop! Well, that was fun. This is Ryan. You just got done watching Rynegade. Have a good night, everyone. Much love. Only peace.
Hello again, I see you haven't moved an inch. Time and time keeps passing you by. You're drowning in memories distorted. What you gonna do? Lay down and cry. I know I want to get up, move on with my life, but what I still don't know is how. What if I never get some sleep? Why can't things just be better now? Don't forget it's not that easy, and you'll probably wanna die. But listen, you'll never get anywhere, darling, if you don't just try.